An American company just put American stocks on blockchain for the entire world except Americans. Think about how crazy that is. Robinhood just launched its own blockchain built on Arbitrum, and people in more than 120 countries can access tokenized US stocks. Americans? Nope. They locked out. Now that's important because for years, people said regulation was going to stop crypto. Clearly it didn't. The product launched, the innovation happened, the customers just moved. And I think that's the real story because companies are not going to sit around forever waiting for regulators and politicians to make decisions. Businesses move, capital moves, technology moves. If one country says no, companies usually find another place to build. Robinhood found another place. And whether you love Robinhood or hate Robinhood, you need to understand what just happened. Wall Street just moved on chain. Not all of Wall Street, not yet. It's coming. I see it coming, but the process has started. See, most people still think crypto is Bitcoin, Ethereum, meme coins, and people gambling on dog coins. I don't. We all know that's not true. I think the biggest opportunity in crypto may end up being putting traditional assets on blockchain rails. Stocks, ETFs, bonds, real estate, treasuries, all of that, everything. Because once people experience 24-hour markets, instant settlement, and global access, they may never want to go back. Think about it. Nobody went back to mailing checks once online banking arrived. Nobody went back to Blockbuster after streaming. People rarely go backward once they experience something better. I'm just saying. And that's what Robinhood is betting on. They're betting that the future of finance lives on chain. And honestly, I think they're probably right. Now here's the part almost nobody is talking about. Robinhood built this entire thing on Arbitrum. I mean, they said they built it on Robinhood Chain, but it's on Arbitrum. And that could end up being one of the biggest stories in crypto. Why? Because Robinhood has roughly 20 million users, 27 million. Mostly blockchain ecosystems would do anything for that kind of distribution. Let's be conservative. Let's say only 1% of Robinhood users eventually interact with the chain. That's roughly 270,000 users. The chain currently only has a few thousand wallets. That will be well over a 100-time increase in users from 1% adoption. 1%. And here's what makes this so interesting. Robinhood brings in beginners. The first-time investor, the person buying their first stock, the person buying their first crypto. Most of these people aren't going to know every blockchain. They're not going to know every layer one. They ain't even going to know what layer one is. They're not going to spend hours researching ecosystem. They're going to use whatever Robinhood puts in front of them. That means millions of people could end up using Arbitrum without even realizing it. And that's powerful. Because the best technology doesn't always win. Distribution wins. The technology that reaches the most people often wins. That's why I'm paying attention to Arbitrum. Not because of the hype. And not because somebody on X told me to. You know how y'all get into that. Somebody said it on X. No, not because of that. Because of infrastructure, it quietly creates empires. Everybody is watching Robinhood. I'm watching Robinhood. I'm watching what they build on. Now, I need to be fair. I've criticized Robinhood for years. I still have problems with Robinhood. I still think the platform is centralized. I still think moving crypto off the platform should be easier. Because in crypto, ownership matters. Self-custody matters. Being able to move your assets matters. So this isn't me suddenly becoming a Robinhood fanboy. This is me recognizing when a company makes a major move. And Robinhood is making major moves. Look at what they become. Stocks, options, crypto, retirement accounts, wallets, lending protocols, tokenized assets, stablecoin products. Now, their own blockchain. At some point, you got to stop calling that a brokerage. That's an ecosystem. Robinhood is quietly becoming a financial super app. And whether you like Robinhood or not, investors get paid for recognizing change early, because the Robinhood most people remember may not exist anymore. The biggest story isn't Robinhood. The bigger story is the finance itself is changing. We're moving toward on-chain finance, and the companies building the rails today may end up controlling a huge part of tomorrow's financial system.